Oh my god, it's...
What's up, people of the internet? My name is Hondro, and today we are doing this live. This is Loco's PoGo podcast, episode numero 10. And it is all about the Halloween event. So I am again seated here with my good friend Forrest, and we are chatting all things happening in the new update. Forrest, Funky Dude 1, how you doing, brother?
Good. Ready for this event to start. We are literally doing this right before it starts. We're going to talk to you guys about everything, and then we are probably dipping out to go partake ourselves.
Yeah, there's going to be, there's a lot dropping right now. We've got, obviously, with the Halloween event, we'll just go through everything pretty quickly here. Obviously, with the Halloween event, we've got double candy on catches. It's unfortunate that they're not doing a overall double candy event in general, because it's been a long time since we've had an all-around double candy event. Tesco, hello, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, it's so we get double candy. We're getting all new ghost types for Gen 4. We're getting a new legendary raid boss. We're getting new special research. We're getting new shinies.
A lot is happening.
A lot of stuff happening today. I mean, just over the weekend, we had our Beldum Community Day. That was crazy.
Well, and since our last podcast, Gen 4 dropped officially.
Yeah,
so it's been...
Gen 4 dropped. They did like 3 days in a row of all the new ones spawning heavily. I'm kind of bummed because I didn't really go out and hunt them that hard. But anyway, Fuel me once. What's up, man? How you doing? All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we're gonna start off. Obviously, like we said, it's double candy on catch. So we're looking at double candy on catch here. And the event starting today at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and it runs through November the 1st at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So that's for your double candy. That's for your ghost spawns.
Is that 2 weeks? A week and a
and
half?
Probably for the Spiritomb research also, because it does say that the Spiritomb research is limited. So this might be the very first special research
where you have to
complete it during a set amount of time. So if you guys aren't too big into playing the game, make sure you get out there. Yes, this event is crazy, George. Agreed. It
is Halloween Town 2 Electric Boogaloo up in this bitch right now. Like, Halloween event last year, we thought that was cool. This one's even crazier. So it is about time. The one interesting thing, we'll get to that in a second, but that's the only thing that says limited time. As far as everything else, for the raid boss, all that stuff, it says extended time.
Yeah, the raid boss will be here for a full month. That's Giratina. We'll go into that a little bit later.
But another note for that limited time, get your research, your special research done. We only have a week and a half, 2 weeks. So it's
says I'm already using incense. Okay.
Game's taking a bit to catch up, but okay.
And then they're gonna add new items to the item shop, like some ghost specific items. So that'll be
outfits for your
They
trainer.
specifically say a Drifloon cap and Gengar backpack. Who cares? I mean, I don't know. If it's free, I'll put it on.
Yeah.
If it's not free, I'm not buying it. Oh, it's night. It'll be nighttime for you guys. Well, I mean, hey, no better time to hunt ghosts than at nighttime.
Yeah, I mean, you guys will have that in your favor. The raid thing kind of is unfortunate, unless it's starting. Is it supposed to start local time where they're at? I thought though, or is it just?
No, it starts worldwide at 1 p.m.
Okay.
PDT. They always do that though. They start the event worldwide at the same time for everybody. Okay, so we're getting, in addition to the just double candy on catches and the increased ghost and dark type spawns, we're also getting ghost and dark types that are going to be spawning out of field research. So that'll be cool. I'm sure there'll be a spawn for Drifloon, because Drifloon is one of the new Gen 4 ghosts, and its shiny sprite is going to be live as soon as the event starts. So be on the lookout for that. That is going to be pretty exciting. So obviously a new shiny. There may be, I wouldn't be surprised if they did another shiny or two during this event that they just haven't announced. But they have been pretty open about what shinies are being added.
Well, if they may not do another shiny for this gen, but we do have, because of the increased ghost and dark type spawns, we do have Sableye that's probably going to be boosted, Murkrow that's going to be boosted, Houndour. So there's a lot of things that
all the ones that are already shiny. There's going to be more of those spawning.
They're going to double dip.
All the ghosts except for Ghastly at this point are shiny. I don't think if they're gonna do Ghastly, I don't think they'd just make it be a surprise. I think they would announce it to us. If it is a surprise, I hope it's not. I'm still hoping that they do a community day for Ghastly, so that we can get our shiny Gengars with a special move set of some kind. Would be nice. But yeah, let's okay. So obviously we're getting all the ghost types and dark types plus the research. Plus shiny Drifloon. So now let's talk about Giratina. So in less than in like 35 minutes here, Mewtwo's are gonna stop spawning, and all the legendary eggs that pop up from this point on are going to be Giratina. So there are a couple of different Giratina forms. We are under the assumption at this point that it's going to be basic Giratina, because there's also a alternate dimension Giratina and a origin Giratina, but we can be pretty certain that it's going to be just the base Giratina because they haven't announced anything otherwise.
Well, and what I was telling you, I know in the actual games when you encounter Giratina, the altered Giratina has the same stats as a normal Giratina. It was just you encountered it twice in that game, once in the normal world and once in its alternate dimension world.
Okay.
The origin Giratina is actually a Pokemon. It's a new form of Giratina that has a hold item. So,
really?
Because hold items haven't been implemented in the game yet, it's one of those things that'll probably wait and see, and that leads me more to believe that it's going to be the regular / altered Giratina as the normal one that's spawning for raids right now. Because
that makes sense. So if we're looking at Giratina, so right now with Giratina, the 100 maxed out at level 40 is the 3379, and then if we're looking at, I don't know why this website keeps doing this, but if we want to look at the level 20, so the level 20 100 is going to be 1931 CP. And then the level 2500, it switches back to Gengar every time for some reason, is 2414. So 1931 and 2414 are the two hundos that we're looking for. I don't know why the app doesn't seem to be
overwhelmed. Everybody's trying
spawning anything.
Everybody's trying to do everything, so we're trying to figure all that out. But yeah, so those are the two CPs to look out for. Obviously, weather boost doesn't occur often for this type. It has to be fog or windy, I believe, for its typings.
Well, it's dual type, so it's ghost and dragon. We can actually pull that.
It's ghost and dark, I thought.
No, it's ghost dragon.
Let's see.
Trust me.
Okay.
Boom! Ghost dragon. So it has 5 different weaknesses. So it's 1.5 times weak to fairy, dark, dragon, ice, and ghost respectively. Obviously, your dragons are going to be your best attackers when it comes to dealing with this guy. So I actually already went through and set up a team. So it's mostly mixed because I don't have, like, if I had multiple Rayquazas, obviously I would just use all those because Rayquaza is just about the highest attacker. Unfortunately, I don't know if anybody has the actual move list. I wonder if GoHub actually has, let's see.
The move list of Giratina?
Yeah.
To see what it attacks with.
Oops, I just want to go to GoHub. I just want to go to GoHub. So I want to see if they have the, yeah, here we go. Oh, this says really?
Altered form. That's the original and altered form because it's the
same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay.
They call it the altered form because its original form is when it's holding the item that it has.
Okay.
That's its true form. So.
Yeah. So they've got all the dragons here listed, just like so. It's the same listings here for counters. All the dragons. So that's what I've got lined up first is all my dragons, and then I threw Mewtwo in there at the end. So let's see. Do they have the move set of Giratina? That's what I'm curious about. So yeah, so it'll be boosted by either windy weather or foggy weather. So that'll be the only time you can see the windy or fog will be the only time that you'll see the level 25. Same CPs that we mentioned there, 2931 for the hundo. 1931 for the hundo at level 20 and 2414. Do they have the moves?
Scroll down maybe. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. So it can learn Shadow Claw, Ghost Attack, Dragon Breath. So it can learn Double Dragon, Double Ghost, or Ghost Rock, or Dragon Rock, or any combination of those in between. Yeah, that would be cool to actually see Shiny Ghastly, George. I agree. Shiny Ghastly on Halloween would be a cool addition. But I'm still hoping that they save it for a Community Day, because that way we'll get the updated moveset and everything.
We need to have more. It'd be a better shot in general.
So these are the 5 moves it can learn. So two fast, 3 charge moves. Dragon Claw is Dragon Claw a 3-bar attack?
All the charge moves are 3-bar moves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says it right there. And Shadow Sting. Interesting. Speaking of Giratina Trino, our simulator shows. Okay, interesting.
Okay. You can trio it, potentially.
With all Rayquazas. Which I do not have.
You don't have that many?
No. I have plenty of Rayquazas. I just don't have them maxed out. Yeah. I only maxed out the one. But yeah, so as long as it doesn't have double dragon moves, the dragons will do just fine against it. Obviously, it's pretty often going to have at least Dragon Breath. Less likely that it's going to have Dragon Claw, though. So the dragons are still by far going to be the best thing to use against it. If it does have double ghost attacks, obviously Gengar and Mewtwo are both weak to those. Tyranitar wouldn't be bad actually just for resistance's sake, because it's not going to take, it doesn't take double damage from any of those.
Well, and unfortunately we're at the point too where we don't really have any strong fairy types out, because otherwise those would be the go-tos.
I mean, you could use Gardevoir with Dazzling Gleam. The only problem is there's literally no fairy quick attack.
Yeah,
not yet. Or fast move.
Yeah, so until that gets launched, I mean, that would be the best option, but oh yeah, we even talked about maybe possible shiny forms of Giratina. Do you think they would have announced that, though?
No, they're not going to. Okay. No, every single legendary raid boss, they are never going to release the shiny form the day of.
Okay.
They're just not going to do it. Their pattern's very clear. They're going to announce the new raid boss. It's going to be out for a month, and then sometime eventually down the line, they'll re-release it for a week or two, and that's when the shiny form will be out. And that's what they've done. At this point, the only ones that they release as shiny are, tier 1 through 4s that are new, and even those are generally just tier 1s because it's like the baby forms.
Yeah,
tier 1s or tier 2 raid bosses. Yeah, the legendaries, they're just not gonna do shinies. But yeah, interesting. It's cool to see the attacks that are gonna be available. Obviously, with this thing's stats, I want to see its stats. So it's actually it's super heavy in HP and defense. It's got decent stats all the way across the board, with its base stats being 187 attack, 225 defense, and 284 HP.
That's weather boosted though, right now.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The base stat,
Sure.
The stat points are always the same. What's up, Simply? Good to see you. But yeah, so it's heavily invested in HP and defense, and not as much in attack. And obviously, we won't be able to use this thing in gyms. So as far as a dragon or ghost attacker, this thing's really not going to be in the meta as far as being an attacker. It is super powerful though, just because of how much it how high its CP goes up. So it goes up to 3379. So that's pretty decent. But I mean, if you look like all at my team that I have set up to battle Giratina, that doesn't even
come close.
It doesn't even come really close as far as CP goes. And this is official Giratina after all the CPs change, because all these guys are actually going to go up. So your Rayquaza, your Salamence, your Dragonite, your Latios, all those CPs are going to inch up even higher after they actually finally adjust the stats. So it's just going to be a matter of, I mean, it's just not going to be a meta type mon to use.
Out of curiosity, can we check out the other form, the origin form? Even though there's no held item, I want to see, because I know typically when they have a held item that changes its forms, like its attack stats.
So its attack goes up a lot. Its defense goes down significantly, and its defense goes down about 40 points. Its stamina goes up almost 20 points, and its attack goes up like 60 points.
So that could potentially be a good attacker down the road.
Yeah, because I mean, look at that max CP. So its max CP for the origin form, when and if they release that, is going up to almost 4,400. So 4,339. So then it becomes a top tier attacker, and with the amount of bulk it has, with 312 points in stamina, that's a bulky freaking dragon. I mean, all the Dragonite and Salamence are bulky, but that is like, I want to compare that actually. So 206 and 312. I wish I could do like a side-by-side comparison on here. I guess we could do a battle sim to see their stats next to each other. So Giratina. Let's do normal Giratina. No, actually, I'm just gonna go straight to. So we'll compare it to Salamence. So I just want to see their. Okay.
Oh, maybe.
Do the battle. Why is it not updating their stats? Oh, it's actually showing this, but it should. I want to. The whole point of this. The whole point of this is I wanted to see their stats.
Technical errors.
What is going on with this website right now?
Technical errors.
Update the stats. I hate.
Or not.
I hate you. Okay.
Okay. That was useful.
Well,
we tried.
We'll go back over here. 247, 206, 312. Oh yeah. That dwarfs Salamence even in bulk. So Giratina, its attack is still a little bit lower. It's about 30 points less, but it's like 40 points higher in defense and 22 points higher in stamina. So
if and when we get the origin form, that'll be
that dwarfs dwarfs even Salamence. Let's see Dragonite, just because I don't remember offhand for Dragonite. Yeah. It beats the pants off of Dragonite too. Because look at it, its max HP is 143. 143. You put in Giratina, even base Giratina is 224. Yeah. And so this thing is super bulky. 246. So that's a lot of hit points for a dragon. So that is going to make this thing pretty freaking bulky. If we could only use these things on gyms, they would actually be so much better.
In due time. I'm sure it'll happen in due time. But,
yeah.
You know, they still got to figure out a whole bunch. The held items are the big thing. Gen 3, there's quite a few. Well, I mean, even the first few gens, there's quite a few mega evolutions and all that stuff. They're going to have to eventually figure out a held item system. But Groudon and Kyogre have the orbs that turn them into their origin forms as well.
Oh, you mean the primal versions?
Forms, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of things that need to happen in this game that are going to change the meta all at once. So, and yes, it's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It starts in just about 25 minutes here.
Yes.
So, yeah, and if raids are still active in your region, note that the eggs that spawn after 1 p.m. PDT are going to be the ones that will hatch Mewtwo. or sorry, that will hatch Giratina, there will still be Mewtwo's out and about for another hour after one, because any egg that spawned and didn't hatch before 1 p.m. is going to still hatch a Mewtwo. So just be aware that you're looking for eggs that popped up after 1 p.m.
Which is good for anybody last-minute candy grabbing, because it's double candy on catch. So if you do a Mewtwo raid, it's already double candy.
You'll get 10 candies.
You'll get 10, and then if you use a pineapple, there's double.
Yeah, you could get 20 candy on a Mewtwo raid that is after 1 o'clock. So if you want to get in one or two last-minute Mewtwo's, you might be able to.
Simply has an EX rate at 1 o'clock, so that'll be another opportunity. Double catch candy for Deoxys going on.
Yeah, silver pineapples.
So yeah, silver
pineapple. Get 12 candies on that one. 12 candies. Just caught myself a Bidoof. Living that Bidoof life. What's over here? Meow.
Best mon ever.
Meow.
Bidoof is god tier. Just in case everybody didn't know that, Bidoof is like
truly a king of kings.
Yep. So the other thing that we need to talk about real quick is the Spiritomb research. It's
yes.
Some of the text and stuff has been leaked already by Charles or whatever his name is. He's already kind of
Thralls is how it was told.
Okay.
It's pronounced Thralls.
Okay. Well, he has already data mined the game and learned about the text. I haven't really read the text.
Do we want to go through that?
If we want to.
Are you guys down for... I don't care, honestly, for the spoilers.
It's going to be limited time, so if we're going to go through it, you're going to see the text anyway. If we want to know what the text says, I don't know if it says what the actual tasks are, so I think it may just be... if you go to actually Reddit, the Silph Road Reddit, that's where I saw it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably got it on. I'll just go to his. I'll just go to his Twitter. New Halloween, a spooky message. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, this guy is so freaking ridiculously fast on Spiritomb. So actually, we can go through. Okay, so these are all the catch quests. So it all seems to be. Let's go through all these. So Halloween event quests are catching a certain amount of Poochyena or Houndours, catching a certain amount of Dark type Pokemon, catch a certain amount of Ghosts, certain amount of Duskulls or Shuppets, and transfer. Usually that one's transfer 10. So there's going to be a lot of shiny checking going on during this entire event, because if Poochyena is going to be increased spawns, Houndour, pretty much all the Ghosts have a shiny form at this point. Except for like Ghastly.
Some of the dark types.
Like
Murkrow,
Larvitar. Mm-hmm. Or Larvitar is actually not technically dark. No.
But Houndour is a mix of dark.
Yeah, dark fire. There's gonna be a lot of shiny checking. I would really just love for them to announce that they've increased the freaking storage space, but that's not going to happen.
The transfer Pokemon seems like a repeat of the
Misdreavus
one.
Could be.
So that's possible there.
The new event items. So we're getting a backpack, shirt, and hat that are all Gengar, a Drifloon hat, a Drifblim. That's got to be the evolution of Drifloon. A Miss Magius hat, and a Spiritomb shirt.
It'll be interesting to see if they release the ability to evolve into Miss Magius at 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, because that's not in there yet.
I know that they were.
I'm gonna plan to stay live, because I'm gonna close the app and relaunch it after 1 o'clock, and we can go through and see exactly what's going on, like live here on the stream. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah. Bidoof is God. Yes, let's get into those spoilers for the Spiritomb research. So, important to note here, I do want to go back to this really quickly. It does say, where is it? So this is during the event. It seems Professor Willow will need help on some limited time special research. So this is the first time that they've specified that this is a limited time special research. So that leads me to believe that we are going to have to complete this between 1 p.m. today and 1 p.m. on November the 1st. But he says he stumbled across an odd stone one day and has been experiencing strange happenings around his lab ever since. Could a Pokemon be causing this ruckus? Complete special research tasks to find out whatever it is before it goes away. So that, again, alludes to the fact that you really want to make sure that you complete this special research before this event ends. Otherwise, you may not get another chance to catch Spiritomb. Because tell them what you told me. I didn't know this because I haven't played the main series games since Gen 1, but Forrest has the insight on this.
So the main series game, Spiritomb was treated as like a pseudo-legendary / pseudo-mythical. There was only like 1, maybe 2 in each game. I can't even remember. But it was a specific, you had to have a specific item. It was like a keystone, I believe is what it was. And you would find a rock or whatever. It looks like a flower pot kind of thing. And if you brought that item to it, that's when Spiritomb would actually come out and attack you. You'd be able to catch it. So I appreciate what they're doing here with this task of making it all the pseudo-legendaries and pseudo-mythicals that are going to be coming out. Leads me to believe that they're going to do more limited time research like this for those Pokemon, because just in Gen 4 alone, there's a lot. There's a lot of mythicals and a lot of legendaries going on, and they only get more and more as future generations go. So I know, like, I think Gen 4 has 10 or something of legendary Pokemon or mythical Pokemon combined.
Yeah.
Gen 5 is almost the same, if not 12. I think it just keeps almost escalating in level. So it's good that they're starting to do some of these, Spiritomb being the first of it, where it's treated the way it's treated in the game, where it's limited time, or there's only one available to catch, and it makes it a little more special. So it'll be interesting to see, though, if we can trade it, if you could trade it to re-roll it between people.
I highly doubt it, because I think they're going to treat it just like they have with Mew and
if they do,
and Celebi.
If they do allow you to trade it, then be aware, everybody, that it seems like this is the only one you can actually receive. So if you are going to trade it with the same thing to re-roll IVs, if that's what you're going to do, if they're allowing it. But if not, don't trade it away and don't lose it.
It's pretty safe to say that this will be a one and done. And it'll probably label it as a mythical in game. It would be my guess, and they'll treat it like a Mew. What's up, Jason? How you doing, brother? So we've got, this is gonna be the level 15. Wait, why does that say Dragonite? Okay. So the CP for level 15 Spiritomb, which will be what it spawns out of field research, is 888. So pretty easy to remember. So when you encounter your Spiritomb, you are looking for that magical 888, not 666. Unfortunately, and actually, that would be awesome.
This is kind of funny, because I believe eights in Japanese culture are actually, like, if you have several of them, it's the equivalent of 666 here.
Oh, really?
So eights are considered like an unlucky or one of those, like,
that's
dark
badass
numbers.
Oh, it's
so
okay.
That's, I think, why they may have done it that way.
If you guys get a hundo Spiritomb, don't ever power it up, because that's awesome.
I mean, it's not meta relevant, so it's not anything that's gonna be good for you to use anyway. I mean, I wouldn't level it up too much, just because.
What does it max out at?
It's all right. I mean, but you look at its stamina and everything else.
It maxes out at 2072. Yeah.
But you look at all its stats aren't that great.
All your stats aren't that great, bro.
All your mom's stats aren't that great.
Whoa.
Never go second unless you're gonna talk about moms.
All right.
Always.
So let's look. Okay. Just spoiler warning for the Spiritomb research. We're about to go through this and look at it and show you guys.
We're going to read the text.
So we're going to read the text as it shows in game, get a little insight as to what exactly to expect here once the event starts.
And I don't think that this outlines the actual tasks that you have to do. I think it's just the text portion.
It'll probably have some hints, but this is your spoiler warning, so we're about to go into this right now. Got 15 minutes until the event starts. Hey, can you grab the other cord? Thanks, bro. All right, so this is everything that is the Spiritomb text. So Professor Willow is going to start by saying, "Oh," and then whatever your player name. So, "Oh, Loco Hondro, you dropped by just in time. As I was out my regular walk one evening, I stumbled upon this odd stone. Something told me to bring it back to my lab for further research, and ever since then, strange things have been happening. Papers shifting around, water glasses tipping all by themselves. When I tried using my computer to research it, I got an error message with the number 108 flashing. Loco Hondro, can you help me gather some data on nearby ghost-type Pokemon? I have to believe we can solve these spooky occurrences with science.
So that leads me to believe the first
So
part's catching ghost types.
the first part will be probably catch a bunch of ghost types. Yeah, 666 would be 666 would be
for the
sick.
Americans. For the Americans, 666 is the goal.
So then after we complete those first tasks, Willow then goes on to say, Loco Hondro, thanks so much for your help. I did some research on ghost-type Pokemon, and I think there's a ghost and dark-type Pokemon that is bound to a strange stone. I can't say for sure just yet, but it seems this Pokemon may actually be composed of 108 spirits bound together. So maybe if we catch 108 Pokemon, it will appear. Good luck, Loco Hondro. And would you keep the light on in the lab for me? All this spooky research is making my hair stand on end. That's cute. Okay.
108 Pokemon.
So we're going to have to catch 108 Pokemon. I would assume it's probably going to be dark and ghost types that are going to be the ones that we are focusing on catching. I doubt that they would just say catch 108 of any Pokemon. It's probably going to be ghost and dark types. So, I mean, so far, it really only seems like there's 3 steps. So we do that. And then Professor Willow finishes by saying, wow, Loco Hondro, it seems we've had a spooky brush with Spiritomb. I can't tell if it's the weather, but I've got the shivers. You know, I feel confident that we can solve anything together, Loco Hondro, even when things get scary. I'll be in touch soon. So this seems like
only 2 actual steps.
It seems like it's going to be 2 actual steps, and then we are going to get to encounter Spiritomb. So we should be able to get this as long as this first step doesn't have any like time-locked crap like Celebi's did.
Yeah.
So hopefully there isn't like catch a ghost-type Pokemon every day for 15 days or some garbage like that.
I don't think with a limited time research that they would do that.
So it seems like we're going to actually be able to catch Spiritomb today, luck permitting. Because catching 108 Pokemon isn't that tough. That seems like it might be the only task for Step 2. And Step 1, it could be kind of anything. Because it just says gather data on nearby Ghost-type Pokemon. So that would lead me to believe that they want you to encounter a certain amount of Ghost types. Maybe
research tasks.
Maybe do a raid, maybe do a Giratina raid as part of that, because Giratina is Ghost and Dragon, so a Giratina raid.
Do a Ghost type raid and they'll change all the
might
spawns,
be a part of it. So yeah, it's probably gonna happen where the raid bosses are gonna switch over. Mm-hmm. So
Sableye.
So we'll get Sableye, Duskull, Shuppet into raid bosses.
Maybe Houndoom again.
Gengar, Houndoom, I'm sure, because it's dark. Murkrow's never been it. What else?
Absol may stay because that's a dark type, right? Does it dark combo?
And then Alakazam will probably be back
for Psychic. They may do a couple of the Psychic ones too. So Psychic, Ghost, and Dark may be our new raid bosses. I mean, we'll find out in 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, we are T-minus 10 minutes until the event goes live. So
we're gonna run out the door. You said we're gonna live stream. You're gonna live stream again.
I will attempt to do a live stream. It just depends on where the first Giratina raids spawn, really, because I want to do Giratina as quickly as possible.
Yep.
As well as try to get a jump on this Spiritomb research. So I might. It's just depending on where, because obviously I can't do those hunts on the Wi-Fi from home, and the mobile signal is just not always that reliable. Yeah. So yeah, it will be interesting. I wonder if 6-6 for Giratina. Yeah, I'm wondering. So back down to level 15. No, unfortunately, the lowest possible, even at that, and that's a 0 IV Spiritomb, is 746. So the lowest one we can get will probably be around 800, because it'll be a 67% IV. But yeah, it'll be anywhere from 67 to 100. So probably around like 800 to 888 would be the.
8 is considered a lucky number.
Oh, 8 is lucky.
Number. I knew there was something about 8 though because it related to Super Smash Brothers. There was something on 8th, and there was rumors going around of certain people, but I knew 8 had some significance in Japanese culture. So
I got you.
8 is a lucky.
So 8 is actually a lucky number in Japanese.
Which
so
is why it's 100%.
you could end up with a super lucky Hundo Spiritomb that has 888 CP. So that'd be a very cool thing to encounter. I want to look at where is Spiritomb in here.
It's mixed in somewhere.
It's gonna be on the first page then. Oh, excuse me. There it is. Yep. All right, so Spiritomb, yeah. So it's all those stats are good. So it's a combination Ghost and Dark. I wish they had. Do they have the? Okay. So its only weakness is Fairy, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
It double resists normal attacks, double resists psychic attacks. That is so cool. So the thing is it's actually just a ghost that's literally coming out of a rock.
Yeah, it's the spirits. It's the 108 spirits that come out of the keystone itself.
Okay.
Which is the item
that's
you
very
get.
cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
With the face on it too. It has a face on this actual rock.
That's very cool. And then it single resists fighting and poison types.
It says non-legendary, but I believe there was only one in the original games, 1 or 2 maybe.
So they do have the move set on here. Or do they? Well, it just says the best move set is Sucker Punch and Shadow Ball. Do they have all the regular?
Spiritomb, 108 spirits. Its special defense and defense stats are both 108.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
All sorts of weird facts about this one, guys.
Oh, moves. Here we go. Okay, so it can learn Sucker Punch and Feint Attack as its quick attacks, and then its charge moves are Shadow Ball, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Sneak. So both fast attacks are dark moves, and both or all 3 charged attacks are Ghost. So Shadow Sneak is a 3-bar attack, Ominous Wind is a 3-bar attack, and Shadow Ball is a 2-bar attack. And then Sucker Punch and Feint are just your regular stab quick moves. Sucker Punch is much faster. It doesn't do as much DPS, but it is a much faster attack. That's why it's listed as the better overall like damage move, just because it's so much faster. Oh, we got a fresh little Weedle spawn. Let's look. I do want to look at Giratina here, and we can go through. Let's go through back to Giratina. So Gen 4.
Second page.
And we can go back and talk about Giratina a little bit more while we're waiting for the final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
So it has 5 weaknesses like we talked about before. It's 1.4 times weak to all dark attacks, all dragon attacks, all fairy moves, ghost, and ice attacks.
Got a lot of weaknesses.
And it has, but it has a lot of resistances to go along with that too.
True.
So it double resists fighting, so no Machamp.
No Machamp.
Double resists normal attacks, so no Hyper Beam, Mewtwo, or anything like that. No, nothing with normal attacks because it's just double resisted. And then it's single resist bug moves, so no Scizor or Pinsir. Electric attacks are single resisted, so no Zapdos or Raikou. Fire attacks are resisted, so no Entei, no Moltres.
Don't be using a lot of these things for this type of Pokemon anyway.
Even if it pulls any of these things up as your recommended, just because they might resist Giratina's attacks, don't use them, because every raid boss, it's always about doing maximum DPS in order to get the maximum amount of balls and everything else. So don't use electric attackers, fire attackers, grass, poison, water, bug, and especially don't use normal or fighting attackers. Those are just going to be worthless. But do use dragons. So the dragons are all the best DPS that you potential. Rayquaza is far and away the strongest attacker against Giratina. Followed by Salamence, then
Draco Meteor,
then Dragonite, then we can just look at their counters list right here. So they've got it. Darkrai. Well, Darkrai's not in the game.
Not out yet. So
yeah, the four big dragons. So Rayquaza, Salamence, Dragonite, and then Latios.
We don't have Mamoswine yet. So
yeah, Mamoswine's not out yet. Gengar is technically higher DPS than Mewtwo, but any of its attacks, because its moves, it's either going to have Dragon Breath or Shadow Claw, and then Dragon Claw, Shadow Sneak, or Ancient Power. If it hits Gengar with any of those moves, it's basically going to one-shot.
Well, you can see on the counters page where it shows the amount of deaths that like in the simulation. So all the other ones are 38, 30, whatever.
Yeah.
This one's 53. So it like jumped up another.
It does technically do more DPS, but yeah, it die. Gengar is just gonna get. It's a one-hit Aquita. Mm-hmm. It takes one hit from any charge move, and it basically dies. So I would not use Gengar. My team that I set up, I showed you guys a little bit earlier, but I'll pull it up here again. So this is my team. So my team is my 98 Rayquaza maxed out, my 100 Salamence maxed out, my 98 Shiny Dragonite with Draco Meteor maxed out, and I believe this is a dragon. It's a double dragon. I don't think it's Draco Meteor. Dragonite that's maxed out. That's a 96. And then my maxed out Latios, which I need to make sure I've actually re-rolled to double dragon moves. I think I did. Nope, I need to re-roll that right now. So we're actually going to re-roll Latios. Okay, perfect. I got Shadow Claw 1 TM. Thank you much. And then obviously Mewtwo with Shadow Ball is my closer. So, but yeah, so if you guys want to see, I can click in it. So Rayquaza is double dragon, so Dragon Tail Outrage. And then follow that with my Salamence, which is Dragon Tail Draco Meteor. Then my 2 Dragonites. So this is my Dragon Tail Draco Meteor from Community Day. And my other 96, it's Dragon Tail Outrage. Latios that I just re-TM'd to make sure it's got double dragon. So Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw. And then Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball Mewtwo round out my team of 6.
And with that, it's officially 1
o'clock. Now it is exactly 1 o'clock.
And there's
the special research is there.
So
it is on the screen.
There's some Skuntanks and Drifloons already on nearby.
If you look at the nearby, they are already spawning. So it's exactly 1 o'clock here. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna click on the special research. We are gonna read it, and then we're gonna go. Okay, Loco Hondro, you've dropped by just in time. As I was out on my regular walk one evening, I stumbled upon this odd stone. Something told me to bring it back to my lab for further research. Ever since then, strange things have been happening. Papers shifting around, water glasses tipping all by themselves. When I tried using my computer to research it, I got an error message with the number 108 flashing. Loco Hondro, can you help me gather some data on nearby ghost-type Pokemon? I believe we can solve this spooky occurrence with science. Okay, so this is it. I need to make sure you guys can see it. So, catch 10 ghost-type Pokemon. Make 8 great throws. Use 108 berries to help catch Pokemon. I just dumped.
Look at all. I
just dumped all my berries. I gym dumped all my Raz and and Nanabs. Oh my god! I'm gonna have to golden Raz stuff. Okay, I'm gonna catch this. Oh, the Ghastly already despawned. Shoot.
And look at all those 108s. There's 10, 8, 108, 1,080 experience points, 108 berries.
I love
10.
this.
It's 108 all across the board.
I love this. So yeah, confirmed. It is a 3-step process, and after step 2, though, we're gonna be able to. Where did that spawn?
Right,
did you just pop an incense?
No.
Oh, okay. Make 8 great throws. That's easy enough. Use 108 berries. So this is going to be quite a fun task. And, of course, that thing didn't spawn on my screen. So, Spiritomb, it's on. And then after, as of now, any eggs that are spawning on raids that are legendary, so tier 5s, are going to be Giratina. So we're going to be looking for those. And yeah, guys, I am super hyped. So after step 2 is most likely going to be catch 108 Pokemon. And that will probably catch 108 dark and ghost types,
which is funny because we have to catch 108 or
yeah,
use
we
108 berries already.
Yeah, we have to catch 108 Pokemon as it is, so we have to do that at least twice during this field research. But it seems like it's going to be doable today as long as you have time to get out there and do it. So I'm actually going to probably head. Do you want to just go to Chaparral and walk?
That or Old Town?
I can't stream in Old Town though.
Really?
I can't.
Bad?
Yeah, I can't stream it all down there.
We can, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can look for some raids too on the way, but we gotta go. We gotta get going. We're gonna catch some new mons and some shinies and stuff to do.
All right, you guys. So thanks for we're gonna close this out. So what to remember? What to remember? We've got the new double candy. So if you can squeeze out a Mewtwo raid before they stop spawning in the next hour, try to, because if you pineapple a Mewtwo, you're going to get 20 candies out of it. It's double candy on catch, increased ghost and dark type spawns. The new Gen 4 ghosts are out. Giratina is going to be your new legendary raid boss until November 20th at 1 p.m. We are losing Mewtwo, obviously. Shiny Drifloon is out. And Spiritomb in special research.
Make sure to
starting right now.
Click your special research to start the task before you start going catch crazy.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, make sure you've talked to Professor Willow so you actually have the research active. Woo! This is gonna be another hyphy day. The event has started. I'm hopefully gonna be able to just go right into another live stream after this. You guys will just have to give me, probably about 30 to 45 minutes.
Yep. Just to get our bearings about us.
To get everything ready to go for the actual catching live stream. And then we'll definitely go to Chaparral Park and try to get as much of the Spiritomb research going as possible. And then we're also going to try to encounter a Giratina or two. So hopefully one will spawn at the park. If not, we will drive to where they are spawning and try to keep the stream live while we do that. Worst case, if the stream crashes, I will be back on later, and we will pick it up from there. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in live. This was the first ever live Loco's PoGo podcast featuring myself, Loco Hondro, and, of course, as always, Forrest, a.k.a. Funky Dude 1. So we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will catch you guys very soon on the flippity flop. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for Pokemon Go content. And thank you guys again so much for watching. And until I see you in a little bit, you ready?
Yep.
Peace, Poke Trainers.